everybody, this is your girl Deborah Coco, and make sure you check out Just Give Me the Mic on all social media. Also, check us out on BronxNet Channel 16 on Sundays at 10 p.m. And soon we'll be launching on MNN coming up in June, everybody. So stay tuned for that network information. Support. If you want to interview, make sure you hit me up on justgivemethemic12@gmail.com. You want us to come out and rep at one of your events, also hit me up for that as well. And love is love, everybody. See y'all soon. Support. Coco, and I hope you enjoyed that first interview with Deshaun Wilson. That was a great interview. Make sure you support artists that are coming up doing their thing, that's do positive music, especially those that's trying to encourage and motivate other people as well. So without further ado, I would love to, I'm so happy about this next interview with Mikey D. Like, I'm so happy that you was able to join me, because sometimes you write people, you like, it's 4 o'clock, good, 5 o'clock, and you don't know people's schedules, you know? But you was like, yeah, Coco. I was like, all right, we're going to get this interview in, you know what I mean?
No doubt.
How you doing?
I'm maintaining. I just got to give you the mic.
How you been?
Everything's been good.
Right.
You know me, huh?
Uh-huh. No, I was about to say, you know that you was one of my first guests when I opened up at the TV station. Remember that?
I remember, definitely.
When you and Rashawn came, and yes, you was my very first guest, I think, on the set at BronxNet.
That's right.
And that was about
Didn't we
7 years ago. Perform live. Rasheen did a nice DJ set and everything. That's how long it's been since we have been friends. Like, that was a while ago. So I remember I even did what you had, like a listening party? Remember you had the listening party in Harlem?
That's right. And you hosted it. That's right.
Yes,
right.
I hosted it for
Thanks.
Yes, so we got some history. We got some definite history. So, I mean, for those that don't know, we're going to open up for those that don't know how you got into music. Give us a little background on you. That's how we'll start it off.
All right. Well, my name is Mikey D, a.k.a. Mikey Destruction. You know, yellow dude from Queens, Jamaica, Queens, Slauson, Queens, Merritt Boulevard. Started out as a battle rapper. You know, I was down with several groups, Clientele Brothers and several others. You know, made a couple of records. I used to be in a group called Mikey D and the LA Posse with the legendary producer Paul C. God rest his soul.
Right.
We was on Sleeping Bag Records. Sleeping Bag entered me into the New Music Seminar Battle for World Supremacy Championship in 1988. I took that home. I was also a member of the group Main Source.
Right.
Yeah, we did Soul Train. I was one of the first rappers to freestyle live on BET Rap City.
Crazy.
What else? I mean, and I'm still moving. You know, every day I wake up, another chapter to my story opens. So right now, you know, we still doing our thing. We still moving.
So a lot of people don't know about Sleeping Bag Records. Sleeping Bag Records had some of the greatest artists, right? That opened up. I remember Tricky T talked about Sleeping Bag. I think T-Ski. It's a lot of artists that actually started with Sleeping Bag Records. So if you know about your hip hop history, when he mentioned Sleeping Bag Records, you would know that you had a serious lineup back in the day. So
That's right.
You know,
That's right. EPMD started there. Nice and Smooth started there. My man Just Ice was over there. You know, Mantronics was over there. Yeah. Sleeping Bag, we was doing it.
Yeah, all the big. And then you had this relationship with like LL Cool J too. And when he was like, y'all was like besties, doing a lot of music together back then too. So
yeah, back then we was stomping through the hoods, you know, just on some young come up stuff. LL was a lot more focused than I was. Like my whole thing was I wanted to be the nicest in the hood. So he knows I would go to anybody and just battle. But LL, he used to be the dude that wanted to make records, and where he's at right now is exactly where he wanted to be then.
Right.
You know, I just wasn't as focused as him. That wasn't my goal, you know?
See, the youngsters today, they don't really know about that. People will go to different hoods, right?
Oh, yeah.
You heard about this person was nice over here. Okay,
There
we going over there. There was no fear in the game. We going over there. We going to confront this dude, and we going to battle right there in his hood, right?
On the spot, right there. That's how I met Cool G Rap. Knocked on his door, his mother's door. Yeah, back then.
Oh my God. See, they don't know nothing about that. It was real. You could be walking to the store, somebody run up on you wanting to battle, and you got to battle. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's where my reputation came from. That's it,
Mikey,
right there.
Destruction. Y'all hear that? Destruction, y'all. I know he was doing damage back in the days, you know?
That's a fact, yeah.
So how has it, like, you know, you did music, you put out stuff, you like you said, being on BET, like, this whole thing was kind of opening up. Like right now, the BET Cyphers is like one of the hottest parts of watching the BET Awards. And to be a part of, did you ever feel like, I mean, they should actually have artists that was on there back in the days come back on there, because people still out here rocking with these skills, still doing their thing, you know?
Yeah, that's a fact. But you know, hip hop evolved so much, and these different outlets and you know, the bigger platforms just turned into something else. You know, I won't call it a circus, but there's a lot of clowns running that side of town, you know, so it's like, it's different. It's a lot different. Even the whole creativity process, everything is just different now, you know. I
agree with you.
Yeah, I had a young chick call me 88 years old. What is he talking about? I'm like, oh my God, you know.
First of all, I don't even know what he's talking about, right? I can't even tell you what he's talking about. Like, it's a totally different lingo. It's a totally different focus on the music than it was back then. And I don't down it. I don't, you know, I may not understand it, but I try to think from the mindset that when I was young and I brought in hip hop music into my house, my parents was like, what the heck is that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
they didn't understand that. So that's how I relate to it. Like, I'm listening now. I may not understand it, but I do like some of the beats. There are particular artists. I do have some new school artists that I kind of like, you know. Maybe it could be, I don't know if it's from repetition, or some of them I think have great diction, great voice, great presence. And then you do have a lot of good artists like Kendrick Lamar. And, you know, it's a lot of them that stand out that have great statements, and they're very conscious. And I definitely gravitate towards those artists as well, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And I love a lot of the new artists as well. My whole thing, though, is a respect thing. You know what I mean? It's like, you didn't just wake up one day and say you wanted to rap. Somebody inspired you, and somebody inspired your inspiration, and so on and so forth. So for you to disrespect the ones who grandfathered the crap, that's where I get a little upset. That's why I created a platform called Pass the Torch, because it's time for us to sit down together and get a full understanding of each other. You know what I'm saying? Because the generation gap is just ridiculous, and the disrespect, I just can't tolerate that, you know?
So do you feel like there is like a real lack of respect from the younger? Is it both ways, or is it one way? How does it work?
I think it's both. It works? I believe it's both ways, because like me, for me to create this platform, it's like I can definitely lead by example, because I've been on both sides of the fence. I remember being that young artist, like these young artists are now, and how the older artists treated me. You know what I'm saying? And now I know what it's like for me to be an older artist and watch how the older artists are treating the younger artists. So I lived on both sides of the fence, and I get it. But what it is people are so biased to these arguments that, you know, no one has a platform where they have both parties on the same platform, not just interviewing one artist at a time. Let's get them both on here like a professional debate and leave with the full understanding, so we can respect each other a little more.
Exactly.
It just needs a little bit of respect and you know, some guidance. And that goes on both ends, not just us. I mean, not just the newer artists, but the older artists as well.
Right.
So
Because
I
that's
mean,
what the 16 Bars was actually about, the show that I was doing with Ralph McDaniels. It was
right,
to bring both generations together. I made
right,
sure I had legends in the building and I had the young artists. They vibe together in ciphers. It was supposed to, I mean, the show, I know a show cannot bring respect, but it was just to highlight both together in
right. And
unity
yeah,
performing,
that's yeah, exactly. I remember that too, and that's what it's about. You know
Right.
what I mean? Because hip hop, we can't be, we can't keep separating us and saying old school, new school, trap, blah blah. It's all under hip hop. We are all
Right.
one family. We are all artists. We're brothers and sisters. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
There's no need to separate us. We in this together. So
And I've
that's
been
all
to
it is.
many shows that talk about how like we're the only genre of music where that really happens. So
Right.
that we know that's a whole long other discussion. I
That's a
mean,
fact.
when we talk about this, it's sad because I don't know if it's generation wise where people are like more for self now. Maybe it was before, but I think before we ran in crews, we had cliques, we had,
Yeah. Yeah.
it was a lot. It was like a movement the way people was moving. But now it's like, look, I'm gonna get mine. I'm gonna make sure I'm good. I'm gonna make sure, it's
Yeah.
not like too much of a give back. It's not too much of a unity. It's more solo and what I can get.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
mentality is just different.
Yeah. Yeah. Facts.
So pass the torch. Tell us about that.
Well, Pastor Torch is like I said, I thought about it because I had gotten quarantined from work, because I had come in contact with somebody that had the COVID. So they just wanted me to stay home for 14 days. During them
Okay.
14 days, all I would find myself doing was watching YouTube, a lot of different debates like religion and different debates. And I just thought it would be cool to have that type of platform within hip hop. And then I always thought about pass the torch, but instead of passing it to the next generation, I was thinking pass the torch. How about giving everybody equal time to talk? And we do this debate setup. So that's where it came from. It was
So
like the
it's a
slogan.
conversational piece where you're
Yes,
conversating and you're talking about issues
right,
and different topics.
right. And I have the moderator, you know what I'm saying? And our slogan is educate, not separate. So
Right.
we can come in against each other, you know what I mean, wanting to go at each other's throats, but we leave with a full understanding and respect for each other. Like, yo, that's facts. I'm glad we got a chance to talk. So that's what the basic conversation, that's what the idea was about. So then I also expanded past the torch into a distribution company now. So now
Oh.
we have an opportunity to actually put artists out. Because I deal with my man Rob Schwartz, and he runs Who Mag Multimedia, which is under the umbrella of Sony, the Orchid, which is,
Oh.
it's Sony Music Group, but they handle all of the digital outlets. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And so one day I was creating a EP with 4 joints, and I presented it to Rob Schwartz, and he was like, "Yo, Mike, let me ask you a serious question." He said, "Do you want to be an artist or do you want to be an owner?" I said, "Hell, why can't I be both?" And
Right.
then he put me in the position to whereas he set up Pass the Torch distribution under Sony Orchid.
Oh,
So
that's awesome. That's awesome.
so that EP was my guinea pig for me
Mm-hmm.
to learn how to navigate through this. And so now we got another our first official album release is going to be Doom the Wiz on January the 7th. We're going to release Doom's album, and he'll be our first one that we can really
Wait
focus.
a minute. Wait a minute. Doom is an artist.
Doom
the Wiz is an artist.
Doom the Wiz is a jack of all trades. He is he's a director.
I know.
He films, he
I
edits,
know.
he produces tracks, and now he's got his hand in the rap thing. So, and the
Oh,
album
that's
is
what's
dope.
up.
The album is really dope. He got some nice features on there. I think y'all are really going to be surprised by Doom's work.
I'm looking for it because I've known Doom for
yeah.
a while. I did not know that he did music. So salute to Doom the Wiz for that.
Yeah.
That is so dope. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
looking forward to seeing that. Well, hearing it rather, you know?
Yeah, it's dope. It's dope. It's
So
dope.
how many artists do you have right now?
Right now, the only project that I released was on 9/11, which is the Talking That Shh LP. And it was only 4 joints from me. Like I said, I wanted to experiment and test the waters. Doom is the only artist that we have right now. We were waiting until 2021 to really focus, you know, because I just wanted to learn how to navigate. And I think we got it. We got it now. So after Doom, you know, sky's the limit. We're going to be open for business.
What? I'm so excited for your new venture because, I mean, this is definitely growth and this is give back. This is give back because now you're sharing your expertise. And this is what I'm looking like a lot from you know, from our artists that kind of started this thing, like give back. You have a wealth of knowledge. There's a lot of people, a lot of artists, a lot of independent artists that can benefit from working with you, talking with you, how to write music, how to do their publishing, all these lessons that you've learned. You can transfer this over. So I think that's a beautiful thing to give back. This is like giving back, you know?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, this is awesome. And look how you had an avenue open up for you and you're turning around and you're like, hey, I'm bringing you. You know what I'm saying? You're opening up that gateway for others. So that's that's a wonderful thing.
I got to look at it like blessings aren't blessings until you can bless somebody else with the blessing. You know what I'm saying? So he blessed me, and now I'm going to practice what I preach.
Yes. And I just want to say that you are very respected in the game. I mean, like, no matter where I hear your name or somebody bring you up, it's the same level of respect as when I first met you years ago. So that is, you know, a good testimony of your character and how you move. And, you know, you've always been about your business and you always move the right way from what I could see. So salute to you for that. So I'm happy we had this talk because, you know, everybody gets so caught up in their lives. And I'm happy now that I can reach out to people like, look, you don't have to be here where I'm at. I want to sit down and kick it with you. I want to see what's going on with you and share what's happening because, you know, we do get a little caught up with this whole scare with COVID. It's like we trying to survive. We trying not to lose no more people. We checking on people. So this is my way of checking in on people. How you doing? You know what I'm saying? What's going on with you? And then to make it, I think it was last week, I saw a video circulating. Mikey Destruct new song. I'm like, what? So tell us about so what's the name of that track that's circulating all over social media right now?
Yeah. Well, you know, I always move in silence. I think sometimes silence is the best form of promotion because if you put it out, if you put the information out too early, you give the negative energy time to feed on it. So I don't want to allow no time for that. So the joint that we got out right now is called actually there's 2 of them, but the latest one is Moment They've Been Waiting For. That's Duma did that. He put his foot in it, and it just caught on. It just caught on. We put it out there, and it's going crazy now.
Right, because there was definitely a couple of thousand likes on it when I saw it last week. I was like,
I think we up to like 11,000 now.
Right, like 11, I caught it like 8, 9, and I'm like, oh, okay, so this has been around. This been moving around, you know.
Yeah, and that's not bad for an old man. I feel pretty good about that.
Look, I wish I could get 8 or 9. I wish I could get 3 or 4. How about that? You know. But no, it's a beautiful thing, man. The people still waiting to hear what you got to say.
What's his name? Duma just put a video out as well. One of the joints from his album. He's up to like 24,000. I'm trying to catch up.
What?
Yeah, he got. It's called a lot of MCs or something like that. It's featuring the good people, and I'm in the video bugging out. Granddaddy IU is in the video bugging out. Elder Sensei from the Artifacts. It's like a Brady Bunch looking video. It's kind of hot though. But
it is. Yeah, all right, so I gotta reach out. I need an interview now. You know what I'm saying? I gotta interview that man to see what's going on. But you see, he's coming up and he's showing respect to you, Granddaddy IU. So that's how you do it. You know,
Yeah.
that's a good way to do it, because all these beats, like the new artists are using, where they come from. You know, a lot of the topics and some of the styles, where they
Excuse me.
come from. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You
Right.
know,
Right.
we all like to be like, we're original and this is our own sound, but you know, a lot of y'all be listening and a lot of y'all
Yeah.
been going back. So y'all just don't want to show that respect, but we know we can hear it. We can definitely, right?
Word.
We can definitely hear it. So,
That's a
I
fact.
mean, so pass the torch, new music coming out. I mean, it's a dope thing. Where can people follow you to see what's, you know, to keep up? And if artists, are you going to be looking for artists? Or can they
Yeah.
submit
Well,
things to you? I don't want to throw it out there. I know you ain't ready,
nah.
but
Come on, Dad.
okay.
You know,
Okay.
we gotta work together. You know, we gotta
Right,
work
right,
together. I always said that. You know how it
right.
is. You and Adrian A Team are two of the hardest working women in the hip hop business, and I'm not gonna lie about that.
Right.
Sheesh, y'all are always moving. Me and Wanda, we
And
love to
we've been
watch you.
consistent. We've been like how many years? Like we've been consistent. Like,
And you know
you
what?
know what?
You always keep that bright energy, man, and I
Yeah.
love it. I
Right.
love it. Me and
Right.
my wife, we like, she's always so happy, and it makes us feel good. So that's
Right.
what's
Right.
up.
Yes,
But
because I love it. I love talking to
yeah, that's
people.
a
I
fact.
love highlighting. I mean, from day one. So I don't care what else I'm doing. Like I done broke into other lanes, acting and doing other things like that. But this
Yeah,
is the foundation. Like I'm always going to come back to just give me the mic some type of way, because it wasn't a fad. It's something that I really enjoy doing. So that's why I'm always smiling and so happy when I'm doing it. You know.
right. Um, as far as the trying to reach out to the newer artists, what I'm thinking about doing is going on all of the social media sites, and you know, any artists with anything that they do, any talent that they have, all they have to do is hashtag us. Once they hashtag pass the torch distribution, once I click on that hashtag, I'm able to see what's going on, and whatever's dope, we'll post it on our platforms, and then hopefully we can work something out. We'll see how the people feel about it, because this digital age is just insane. Technology is
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, you can do
So
so much right now.
we'll do, yeah, we could do a hashtag like boom, put your music up, hashtag. I'll open up a pass the torch group page and all of that, let
Okay.
everybody post, and we just take it from there, because I know they out there.
Okay, so for those that don't really understand, I mean, most people should know about distribution, but it may be some young artists that come out that don't know
Yeah.
exactly what that means. Like when a company is offering distribution, what is that exactly?
Well, if you got music, you know, you might, let's say for instance, your group is Elements of Hip Hop. You can use your group name as Elements of Hip Hop could be the label, you know, we'll be the distributor. Meaning that if you want your music placed in all of these major outlets, we'll take care of that. The Spotify's, the iTunes, Amazon TV, Apple, everywhere you could possibly think where digital music is played, we supply those markets for the artists. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? And
We
like
need
that,
that. We need that.
yeah, well, we got you. All they got to do is just try to make sure your music is original. Don't use a bunch of samples. Don't use somebody, you know what I mean? All that, because we all get in trouble. But
Right,
you know,
right.
we don't want your publishing. We don't want your writers' royalties. You can register your own songs like with ASCAP, BMI, however you want to do that. You take your money and you do. And what we usually do is when we get a new artist, we start off with an 80-20 split. Of course, the 80% is going to the artist, you know, and that's
No,
how it
that's
goes. But
fair. That's fair,
yeah,
right.
and we, you know, we supply, and see with us, we even market. A lot of distributors don't market your product. We'll market, you know, we'll do a full ad, press, all that. We've taken it to a whole nother level. You know
No,
what I mean?
that's awesome. Because I mean, on the independent route, it could be very time consuming for an artist to promote themselves on all of these platforms. I mean, of course, you get 100% back. But the thing is, if you
Yeah,
got a real life and you have to work and you have a family and you have other obligations, you don't
yeah,
have the time to market yourself and get yourself uploaded onto all these sites. So
Yeah,
you need to find someone that can offer you a deal like this. 80/20 is great, and who has the knowledge and information on how to get you on all these different platforms. This is a beneficial type of situation if you don't have the time to do all of this on your own. And you get marketing?
Yeah. See, because I have a partner. Actually, I have two partners. Excuse me. I've been fighting this sore throat today.
Oh, okay.
But I made sure I stayed in the bed until the last minute because I knew I had to get on. Just give me the mic.
Right.
I made sure I stayed right there in that bed with my tea. See, now I'm drinking. Now I'm drinking Bang to get my energy up. But now I forgot.
Mikey.
I got two partners. One of my partners is Calvin Smith. We call him Cal Cutter. He's also a graphic designer and he's a great photographer. And I also have a partner called Key Figures. His real name is Kelsey on the book. He's over in London. So with us together, we're like the three-headed monster. So when we get together and we promote and we do our thing, it's crazy. And you're gonna bear witness when we put Duma's stuff out.
Oh, I mean, look, I like the fact that he already got the buzz, you know? The buzz, everybody knows him. He's so nice. And then now you're telling me about his numbers. He's building that buzz before the project is even released. So once that come out, it's going to be crazy for y'all. So that was definitely a good move, you know, bringing him on board, because Pass the Torch is going to be like boom for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so that's good.
Actually, Duma is coming out here to see me this Friday because we're shooting another video, the third one off of the EP, my joint called Talk to Him. LL Cool J is playing it consistently on Rock the Bells radio. It's called Talk to Him. It's crazy. So we need a visual for that. And so I'm gonna be with Doom this Friday.
All right. Well, look, good luck with everything. It has been great catching up with you. Make sure. Did you give your websites and your social media where they can follow you?
Social media platforms. Let's see. Facebook, Michael Deering, the government name, or you can check us out on Pass the Torch on Facebook. We have a band page. On everything else, I'm __ Mikey D. That's Instagram, Twitter, even TikTok. I had to try that out. But,
I'm not too good with TikTok, but I'm on there, but I'm not good with it yet.
But that's it. The real _ Mikey D on everything.
All right, look, y'all, support. That's what we about here. Just give me the mic. We've been about it and we still about it. So support the artists on the show. Thank you so much, Mikey D, for joining me tonight.
Anytime,
and subscribe. Subscribe to YouTube. Just give me the mic. Catch us live on television. Well, not live, but catch us on television. And thank you for all your support. And have a good night, y'all. Thank you for tuning in.